Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to unpack the fascinating, centuries-old engineering behind Central Europe's absolute ultimate mountain tracking dog. We are taking a deep dive into the Alpine Dachsbracke. It's a dog that, well, looks a little different than your average pet, but trust me, it is a true marvel of biological design. So I want you to imagine a bit of a visual paradox here. At first glance, you might think you're just looking at a really rugged, unusually athletic Dachshund that kind of got mixed up with a Hound. And honestly, it's a totally fair assumption to make. The proportions are super striking, the legs are really short, and the face has that distinct classic Hound look. But what you're actually seeing is something way, way more specialized. Section 1. Not your average Dachshund. The breed's very name actually gives away its whole unique heritage and specialized design. Dachsbracke, it literally combines the foundational elements of its ancestry. You get the short, incredibly sturdy legs of a badger dog, which is exactly what Dachs refers to, paired seamlessly with the elite tracking instincts of a traditional Bracke or Hound. It's basically the absolute best of both worlds, forged into one super resilient animal. 13 to 16. That is their height in inches. So the crucial point to take away here is that this breed is shockingly low to the ground, typically standing just 13 to 16 inches tall. That's a really surprisingly short stature for a working mountain hound, right? I mean, when we think of mountain dogs, we usually picture these massive, towering breeds like a Saint Bernard. But the Dachsbracke flips that expectation entirely on its head. And then we hit this number, 40. That's their weight in pounds, and this brilliantly illustrates just how incredibly dense this dog is. Despite being so low to the ground, an Alpine Dachsbracke weighs up to 40 pounds. That means they feature a remarkably elongated, thick-boned, and just powerfully muscular build. You are looking at a literal compact powerhouse, carrying significant weight and strength on a relatively tiny frame. Section 2. Engineered for the Alps. Those short legs and that low-slung build, they actually act as the Alpine Dachsbracke's ultimate superpower in the mountains. Their incredibly low center of gravity allows them to scramble over rocky cliffs, push right through dense brush, and navigate thick winter snow with absolute stability. Contrast that with taller hounds. Out in these steep, unforgiving alpine terrains, a taller, leggier dog can easily trip or just completely lose its footing. The Dachsbracke's design ensures they stay anchored to the mountain, no matter what obstacle gets in their way. Beyond just their skeleton, they are visually striking and really austere animals, perfectly equipped for the wild. They possess these wide, floppy hound ears that drop neatly right down to their cheeks, a very classic hound feature. They have highly intelligent dark eyes that constantly take in their environment. But most importantly for their survival out there, they possess a highly dense, totally weather-resistant double coat that protects them while they're working in some seriously harsh conditions. In fact, as our source beautifully describes it, that double coat is a literal suit of armor against the elements. It comes in a few distinct, austere colors. Specifically, you'll see a dark deer red or this really striking black and tan pattern. This armor basically ensures that freezing alpine winds, heavy rain, and snow just slide right off their backs. Section 3. The legendary blood tracker. Okay, so this is where the breed truly earns its reputation, through a highly challenging hunting style called blood tracking. Because they're scent hounds, they don't actually use their sight. They log on to cold, microscopic scent trails of a wounded deer or wild boar left behind days prior. Days. They follow that trail with this relentless determination, pushing through heavy rainstorms and massive steep mountainsides that would wash away the scent for pretty much any other dog. And once they finally locate their target, they utilize a unique, super loud, rhythmic baying bark to alert their handler across these massive mountain gaps. It is just an incredible display of endurance and focus. Section 4. Companionship and lifestyle needs. Now, there is a pretty dramatic contrast in their personality. On the trail, as we just learned, they are highly active, absolutely possessed by an intense prey drive, and fiercely independent. But off the trail, the flip side of the coin is that they are surprisingly calm and deeply affectionate companions. Because they were historically bred to work super closely with a single hunter, they form an intensely loyal, unbreakable, almost shadow-like bond with their primary handler. They are going to stick by your side through thick and thin. However, and this is a really, really crucial point, they are absolutely not built for a lazy apartment lifestyle. No way. They are highly active working dogs.
If they're deprived of an outdoorsy lifestyle, long tracking games, or daily hiking trips, they can quickly become stubborn and super frustrated. If you leave an Alpine Dachsbracke board indoors, they will determinedly dig up your backyard looking for a scent to follow. They literally need a job to do.
So to summarize our deep dive today, the Alpine Dachsbracke is just a beautiful testament to old-world functional breeding. They are a courageous, low-to-the-ground tracker that basically treats the highest, most intimidating alpine peaks like their own personal backyard. Which brings us to our final thought for today. Would you love to have this elite shark-nosed mountain tracker by your side on a wilderness hike? Just imagine the ground you guys could cover and the sights you'd share. Let me know in the comments below if you think you have the kind of lifestyle to keep up with an Alpine Dachsbracke. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next explainer.